No, Rimshee, I won't cut my dick off for the show. Okay?
But it'd be so funny!
I don't think it would be that funny. I kind of enjoy my dick.
To quote the
You're-
seminal cinematic classic that is Zardoz, "The gun is good, the penis is evil."
Hey, everybody, welcome to Lesser Saints of Discord.
None of you.
Yeah.
That movie is wild. Probably Sean Connery's least dignified role, too.
I've never even seen that movie.
It's an experience.
That's what I hear.
We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. I assume we're live on Kick. It says we're streaming.
Okay.
Fuck Kick. Nobody watches this on Kick.
Yeah, we're live on Kick too, but yeah, no one's gonna watch it.
Yeah,
We have 3 followers and 0 viewers, so...
I think the 3 followers are us.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I followed it or not. Gotta be honest. Haven't opened Kick in months.
Yeah, I tried logging in not that long ago, and it was being a bitch to me.
Yeah. I only follow one person on Kick. That's Nuxnor.
Ah, you watch Nux too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nux is pretty good.
Well, it's mostly because he's been going through Adventure Time, but I think he stopped that because all of his videos that he posted about it started getting copyright struck.
Yeah, every single one of them got taken down.
Yeah. And he said he might still do it on stream from time to time, but he's not going to do it as much as he was.
Yeah,
Did you know that Nux is Jewish?
Yeah.
That kind of took me off guard when he posted this video in response to like a has-been hotel theory video. And he's like getting into all of the details of like the Torah and like the Jewish written traditions and like how they differ and shit. I'm like, wow, he knows this stuff in depth. He's got
Yeah, he had a family member that died in the October 7th attacks.
Ooh, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
I know. Or
That's
me.
That's rough.
I think he had a family member that died. It might have been a family friend. But he had family members that were in the area during the attacks at least. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked into it. I can't log into Kick because they're being dumb. Oh, you want to... Ah, okay.
I don't know if I don't think he's practicing or anything, but he was definitely raised.
Oh yeah.
The dude knows his shit.
Yeah.
And what said it biggest for me is like, because you know, people like were doing like Bible quotes in the video and like English and stuff, and he's just like, it's like this is all alien to me because the only Bible I've ever had has been in Hebrew, so I always default to Hebrew, so I'm kind of translating in my head as I go.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's wild.
Go. There's your banana. My son brought me bananas because he wanted one. I gotta go put these back.
Alright.
But yeah, like, I guess he's technically a VTuber, but he's one of the not cringe ones.
Yeah. Well, no, he's definitely a VTuber.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, his channel technically started before all that took off, because I remember watching him before that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like him, and there's like another one that I've actually started watching a lot recently, called Alicia X Life.
Yeah.
And she's pretty fucking funny. I like her.
Yeah, and I've delved into the VTuber sphere. There's a lot of really good ones out there.
She's just
It's-
she's a normal
and I totally get
kind of
it.
ghetto
like,
ass chick.
Maintaining online anonymity, totally understand it.
Shy Lily is a semi-popular one that I get. She actually puts effort into making sure her avatar actually does the motions she's doing.
Yeah. Nux, not so much. But his commentary is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most VTubers don't put the as much effort in to get the mouths to match what they're doing.
Well, yeah, and like I think like
Not
Shy
unreasonable.
Shy Lily, she actually explained it one time. She's like, like they're like, like, why is yours so different from everybody else? And she's just like, it's simple. I engage with the software I use.
Yeah.
It's like it's like the software will do this stuff for you if you work with it, but most people can't be fucked.
Yeah. No, I watched that same one. I usually just watch clips of her. I can't sit down and watch a VTuber stream. Generally speaking.
Alicia
Nux
was
has good enough
talking
commentary. Nux has good enough commentary. I've sat down and watched a whole stream of his before.
This is the first time I think I've really heard of Nux.
Nux is pretty great. He always gets accused of being horny.
But yeah, most VTubers can't be fucked to put in the effort to make their models work for them. For some, that's not an issue. For others, it's a huge hindrance. Like, for example, if we were to do it, it'd be a huge hindrance, because are you gonna bother putting in the effort to really make the avatar dance? Of course, this assumes we have enough money to put into actually having a VTube avatar
my face
anyway.
is already out there. Why don't I just dance anyway?
Yeah, like I remember Alicia in one of her like captured streams I was watching on YouTube. She was talking about how she's like, I wish sometimes that I had like a more expressive face, like that I could like open my mouth more or like that and like do crazy things. It's like, because my software can only pick up on my own facial movements. It can't pick up anything that I'm not capable of doing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we've never talked about VTubers. I know a lot of people have problems with VTubers. I don't.
I can see why some people would, but like for the most part, the only time I have issue with a VTuber has to do with their specific their individual points, not necessarily them being a VTuber.
If the content's bad, the content's bad. That's my whole stance on it.
Yeah.
If you're
I agree with that.
Making good content, have fun.
Yeah, like,
enjoy it.
I've actually, like, being entirely transparent, I have thought about it. Because
what?
I have a character.
Setting up
I have a character with, backstory, personality, and a voice. I have that all worked out. It's just I don't have the startup cost.
Oh, so we could have.
You don't
like,
have the startup capital.
Sir just sitting right here.
Huh?
Donate to see Sir as a VTuber.
Yeah, we could have a little Sir sitting right here in the middle.
No, it would not be me. It's a character that I've created.
Okay. That's fun too.
If I were to start it up, like, I would make it very clear, like, in the comments section or, like, in the description. It's like, this is a character. This individual is not real.
Wait, hold up. I thought the whole premise of the show is that we're all playing characters. None of the things that we say are our actual beliefs.
That's not necessarily true, and you know it.
Jables.
It's also not necessarily false.
Wink, wink.
So you do actually have a fetish for elephant cum? Is that what you're telling me, Jables?
Yeah, totes.
I can't walk around without my shoes. I keep forgetting.
My name is Jeff Holiday. I'm the creator of Kekistan, and I love the blacks.
Fuck you, Jeff.
Fuck you, Jeff.
Fuck you,
Everybody
Jeff.
that's watching Jeff right now instead of watching us is a racist. Because Jeff's a racist. He refers to black people as the blacks. That's racist.
Yeah. That's very un-PC of him.
He also created Kekistan.
day.
You know what Kekistan? You know what Kekistan was? Racist.
He only.
By the way, Jables, Jables, sir, on the subject of
Racism?
on the subject of VTubers, I posted something in our live show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
On the subject of racism, I learned a new word this week.
Oh God, no! No! I will mute your ass. I will mute your ass. I'm pointing at my mic. No, I'm pointing at you. I will mute your ass.
I'll do your own better.
No.
It's just a word that I heard a black guy calling another black guy.
Yes, and we're not saying it on air.
Mm,
You can spell
Fine.
it, but no saying it.
Which spelling should I use? The first one or the second one that I sent you?
The first one.
There you go, sir.
Oh boy, what is this?
Yeah, you can censor whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
You can post it in the Discord, whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
I don't think that's that bad.
Yes. Yeah.
Here,
Yeah,
let
you
me
don't
spell
have
it
to.
the second way.
That one's definitely worse.
It's the same word, just spelled two different ways.
I don't know. I feel like you would change the pronunciation of the A, depending on which one you're using. Because with the first one, I'd end it like aunt. But like with the second one, I'd end it like ant. Be a bit harder on that R, that ant.
Well, okay. Well, let's take the base word.
The base word is, yes, ignorant.
Yeah, that's it. And in the case of the first one, I would pronounce it, like how I would at the end, like ignorant. But like with the second one, be ignorant ant. Ignorant ant.
Nah. I disagree. The way I heard it, or the way it was said when I heard it,
Just think of it
was
in your head.
yeah, yeah. So let's talk about the other base word.
It's here. Hello, Deana.
That was perfect timing.
My name is Jeff Holiday. I'm the creator of Kekistan, and I love the blacks.
All right. Then we got that out of the way.
No. 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 Don't make me get out the whip again.
No. Sorry. Every time I think about that moment, it just makes me giggle.
Okay, are either of us actually watching on... any of the three of us watching on Kick?
No.
We have 2 viewers on Kick.
Oh, that's cool. Good for you. Hi, viewers.
Yeah, if we were purely on...
Here, but hey.
If we were purely on Kick, I'd let you say this word, no problem. But
Yeah,
we're
if
not.
We were purely on Kick, I would totally say that word. Rimshee,
Again,
type it into the chat.
There's a good chance they could be bots too. So.
Yeah, there's a pretty good chance.
Kick's also not that accurate with how they count viewers.
Yeah, what's a viewer count as? It's not like Twitch is all that accurate either. Like, if I look on the side, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 viewers. None of them are Deana. And we've got 2 moderators in the moderator section, Jables and me. So technically, I'm looking at it on my screen right now. I'm sure if I refresh, she'd show up. Yeah, there she is. But we've got 3 people in the moderator section, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the viewers section, and it only shows 2 watching now.
Let's use this in chat. I think they're just in the chat somehow. Who knows?
Yeah, how can you be in the chat and not watching? Seems
I actually
a little
watching,
weird.
and I'm in the chat.
I mean, to be fair, I'm sure most of these aren't people actually watching us. But still, why is there a discrepancy there?
Does my name show up?
I didn't see
it does sometimes, but it's not there right now.
I was going to say, because I don't even have Twitch open right now.
That explains it.
Alright. Speaking of wild internet shit. Finally, an article has come out about a thing that I've been preaching for years. We need to rewild the internet.
Yeah.
Alright, is it this Screen Rant article?
Noma.
Yeah, no, like, this is from people who, like, do science.
Yeah. Yeah. It's in topics. We don't have to read the article.
Alright, go ahead. I gotta go check on the kiddo.
Yeah. So finally somebody posted an article. And I've been seeing this sentiment being tossed around on podcasts a lot more lately. That, like, the internet's just Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. It's like 99% of what people are doing on the internet. And then there's streaming services, Netflix, Amazon, Max, whatever.
Yeah. And then outside of that, you have, you know, like, whatever, you know, fetish website that you're particular to.
Yeah, there's some obscure stuff, but the internet has become so monolithic that it kind of grosses me out.
I mean, yeah, it's, you know, the vast majority of, like, what you see online anymore is just like, it's basically what you expect.
Yeah, I stand by this. The #1 best Firefox add-on is StumbleUpon. Do you know what that is?
I know of it. You've talked about it, but I haven't used it because I have a kid. StumbleUpon could be really bad.
Potentially. It has it filtered, so it's nothing. So you don't get anything too wild.
I've seen a lot more of these guys recently. I wonder where they're all coming from.
He's still pretty young.
Yeah, so Stumble Upon, it's an add-on for Firefox, probably Brave and Chrome as well now. And you just check a bunch of boxes of things that you're interested in. And you just click Stumble, and it's like a shuffle setting of the internet for things that you're interested in. And it just takes you to a random website. And it's really fun. I found a lot of cool shit through there.
I think another part, at least in my opinion, that like led to a drop in like the diversity of the internet is the death of a lot of those old sites that were kind of built on things like Flash.
Yeah, like Newgrounds.
Yeah, it's like when Google killed Flash, and it's basically like, well, there goes a whole bunch of, you know, YTMND shit that's just gone.
There's one guy that when they said Flash was going away, downloaded as much shit as he possibly could with several computers and several servers so that he would have access to them and like restore them in a different code format.
An internet archivist, I should say.
Yeah.
Internet archivist.
By the way, shout out to you, internet archivists, whatever.
Archivalists.
Archivalists.
Because the internet should be forever. The internet should never forget.
Yeah.
Well, is it just gonna... Should I just start finding weird things to wear from the waist up on the show?
I've been systematically deleting my some of my Facebook posts from the past.
Yeah.
Some of them were made when I was like 13, so I don't stop.
It's nothing I have any experience with, because I refuse to play.
Surprisingly, did not delete some of the ones where I say the N-word because I was quoting a song.
I don't delete old posts.
I generally don't, but there's a couple where like I've just been in like a manic state and gave out my phone number and address and shit. Like
that's fair. That's a very different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's reasonable damage control. It's just like, oh fuck, I should have done that.
But I'm just doing it like through Facebook memories, so I just check Facebook memories every day. It's cringy. That'll stay. Whatever. Fuck it. I was 17.
I have so many that are. I say something that makes absolutely no sense outside of context. But the context was a picture that is now not allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Rimshee, yeah, wear weird shit every show. Because I wear the same thing every show.
Speaking of, like, technology-related shit, though.
I just told a friend that texted me that I'm doing a show on Pornhub right now.
All right. Sir, what were you saying?
Well, no. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Pornhub Saints.
That was a weird interruption.
That was a lie. Damn you, Jeff. That's another reason to hate Jeff, is because Pornhub Saints never happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, I actually, just this week, I joined an AI chatbot site for shits and giggles.
Yep.
Because I'm just like, I don't have to pay anything. I just have to connect a Google account and I can start fucking around with these bots.
Yep.
And I gotta say, like, there are some, like, little odd idiosyncrasies that, like, you'll see pop up little things that make you think, okay, I'm clearly not talking with a person.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, like if you're into like role playing and stuff, it's actually surprisingly good.
Yeah,
the responses are well structured. They're pretty well thought out. There's almost never grammar or spelling mistakes, and the responses are fast.
Oh, this makes me think. Are grammar and spelling mistakes going to be fixed in news articles now because of AI?
That's a distinct possibility.
Oh no, we won't be able to tell a real article from a fake article anymore.
I know. Yeah. It's terrifying.
Yeah, that was our test. Hold on, real quick. Let me scan this for typos.
Yeah, it's just like
there are none. This can't be real.
7 of them. It's a fucking.
How can you?
It's
tell
legit.
It's real journalism because the person writing it can't fucking spell.
Yeah. I see the word and. I see and. All right. It's a real article.
How many times were we just like sitting on a show like reading articles and like especially like Rimshee would get to something, you're like, oh, that's just Rimshee, fucking Rimshee's dyslexic ass, and it's like, no, that ain't Rimshee. I had a fucking aneurysm trying to read that.
Yeah.
Blaming me for someone else's faults. I know how you guys feel now.
That was the worst one.
Bastards.
Was that because I'd be reading through something and I'd read something that was completely misformatted or just like grammatically incomprehensible, and I would sit there for like a minute just bitching about that sentence.
Yeah, good times.
Derail the entire article reading. And I sucked with grammar in school. Well, specifically like punctuation. Fucking hated punctuation.
Yeah, I'm not great at punctuation.
It's like, when do you put in a comma over a semicolon? Like, don't know, don't care.
It has something to do with lists, I think. That's about it.
Yeah, it's like reading. It's like reading comprehension, spelling, vocabulary. I aced all that shit. Did all of it easily. You asked me to properly punctuate a fucking essay or something, I'm screwed.
Yeah, I'm pretty kick-ass at spelling. I got fucked over in a spelling bee though.
Yeah.
I was at a regional spelling bee.
Oh, regional. That's not bad.
Yeah. Here's how I got fucked over. My word was need.
Oh. And it's like, which one?
I asked for them to use it in a sentence. He said, I need some dough.
Oh, fuck you.
And it's like, again, that could be one of the two.
And I was like,
can you use it in a different sentence?
I was in like third or fourth grade at the time. Like the KNEAD need wasn't really in my shit. I probably could have figured it out if I asked for like a definition. But I was like, yeah, NEED. You need some dough. He's like, nope, that's wrong. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Bastard.
I got 4th place in that fucking spelling bee. Because of that. I call bullshit. It sits with me still to this day. And yes, I'm salty about it.
I call bullshit.
The sentence should be clear enough to denote what need it is.
Yeah. I agree.
Just like asking for the definition should give you the definition of the specific variant you're spelling.
I should have gone to state if that wasn't my word. That's all I'm saying. Yes, I've bitched about this to Deana before in the past.
You know, like, even the way he's structured that sentence, you know, like if I had been doing it, the way I would have presented is like, you know, like instead of like I need some dough, it was be like, for example, I need the dough.
That's still.
It still could trip somebody up, but at the same time, it's just like, you know, instead of like saying that like you require something, it's like that implies that you're doing an act.
Now, I'll be fair. I should have asked for the definition. That's on me. Also, in my defense, I was 8. Don't be so obscure with your sentence to an 8-year-old, bitch. I remember his face. He looks like Walton Goggins.
I've heard that name multiple times. Or the
He
last
plays
week or so.
He plays the ghoul in Fallout, and he's also been in a lot of other really good TV shows. Yeah. Yeah, Deana, I was a kid. There aren't adult spelling bees. I'm just gonna burst your bubble right there. Actually, are there adult spelling bees?
I'm sure there are.
There is. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
I mean, I try not to be judgmental or anything, but for as, you know, awkward and uncool as I am, if I see some motherfucker taking part in an adult spelling bee, it's just like, nerd.
Yeah, so Jables, when are you gonna go ahead and take part?
I won't.
What do you mean you won't?
Because I'm not that good at spelling anymore. I still get fucked up on the onomatopoeia. There's too many vowels.
Jables is just like, man, I've done a lot of drinking and a lot of substances since then. I don't like my chances.
Yeah.
Done a lot of pot. Smoked a lot of cigarettes.
Smoking an ounce of weed a day.
I won't talk about the other drugs I've done. There have been plenty of times I've drank alcohol to excess. I don't like my chances anymore. This is a young person's game.
Yeah. Yeah, what was
cats.
that?
Sorry to see you go.
What about cats?
She's leaving to watch Jeff. Fucking traitor.
Yeah. Being a Twitch mod. It's a convenient excuse.
He's not even streaming on Twitch.
I think she's also his YouTube mod.
She is. I think we all are.
I'm not. Only because every time I've popped up, he's forgotten to make me a mod on there.
Okay.
I don't have a YouTube account.
I don't watch his content anymore.
Neither do I.
I would shame you both, but
Guilty.
Yeah. Because you don't either.
Yeah.
And I don't blame you.
He's gotten a little too far away from the pseudoscience stuff.
Yeah, I was there for Song of Salt and Poo and Mr. Wiggles and
yeah.
You know, like even like the occasional like actually, you know, like serious, you know, like multi-part deconstructions that he used to do, kind of like, you know, discount miles power.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, him going after
Disability.
chiropractic. Yeah, chiropractors. Chiropractic does have a role in modern medical to some extent, but too many of its practitioners treat it as woo-woo hoodoo bullshit.
Yeah, I understand going after chiropractic, but I've also had a chiropractor where it was crack your back, give you a massage, teach you some stretches, doesn't want to see you again. That was his thing.
Yeah.
If I showed up a second time, be like, did something happen, or were you not doing your stretches? I wasn't doing my stretches. All right. Crack your back, give you a massage, do your fucking stretches. I don't want to ever see you again.
Yeah, and then
that's
like
the chiropractor
people
that I had, which is a good chiropractor.
You know, like
people like
going after
Go
the
ahead.
people that like wind a rope around somebody's neck and then jerk on them so hard that their entire body moves. It's like, dear God, you're gonna kill someone.
Yeah. Go after them, go for it. But just doing a blanket, all chiropractors are trash. It's like, I don't know. I had a pretty good one. That's just like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people, like people with scoliosis, going back to a chiropractor repeatedly can make sense. For example, I know someone who has scoliosis, but because she relatively regularly goes to a chiropractor, it's kept under control, as opposed to needing back surgery. I also have a friend who needed back surgery for her scoliosis, and that bar's already bending.
Yeah. I had a bad back injury when I was a kid. My back got hyperextended in a lot of the lower vertebrae and caused my hips to shift and shit.
That's real fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Car accident. Fixed my shit one time. That was weird. I've thrown my back out taking a shit. I've thrown my back out having sex when I was a teenager. That's not.
You're just an old man. Live with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Die with it.
Yeah. I haven't thrown my back out, but like I have strained so hard once it's just like I almost blacked out and I'm like, oh man, that was bad. I don't feel well.
No, in the middle of having sex, I couldn't move anymore.
So she had to finish up. Got it. Or he had to finish up. I don't know which one it was.
She had to push me out of her and roll me over. I was 17.
It's just like, are you okay? It's like
that's embarrassing as shit.
It's like I might be paralyzed. I don't know. I'll keep you updated.
Your pussy was that good, dear.
Yeah. I've been stuck on the toilet for 2 hours before because I couldn't stand up. Because I threw my back out while taking a shit.
I've never had that issue. I've had the issue where I have had cold sweats and the spins while taking a shit.
You didn't have a back injury when you were a child.
No. No, I did not.
As like in my case, like it was so prolonged and painful that as like Rimshee, I started getting the cold sweats. The room started spinning. I almost blacked out. And afterwards, I really felt like I had injured myself. It's just like, oh man, I think I might have herniated something.
I have had one unique experience taking a shit. Well, no, I've had several unique experiences, but the one I'm thinking of, it was the first time I took a laxative because I hadn't shit in a couple of days.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
I didn't realize you're supposed to take it right before you go to bed so that you wake up and take a shit. So I took it as soon as I heard, oh yeah, laxatives should fix that, thinking, oh, it'll take care of it relatively quickly, or it'll take care of it tomorrow. Whatever. I wake up at 2 in the goddamn morning, and I had to rush to the toilet, and I released a brisket-sized shit, and it felt like giving birth. Or at least how I imagine giving birth would feel.
You made the mistake. You did not realize that once that finally gets to where it needs to be, it's basically like in the movies where like you see the big red button that somebody punches. It's like, evacuate, evacuate.
Oh man, that was such a cold sweat moment, and I'm half awake, taking this shit with the spins and being lightheaded and the cold sweats, and by the time I'm done, I'm like, wow, I feel amazing.
Like, I think I just shit my soul. Fucking out of body experience, man. Good thing it came back.
That shit was so immaculate. My soul is cleansed of all sins.
Yeah. Have you guys ever run into the issue when you're like walking back up to your place or driving back up to your place, and for some reason your brain just goes, there's a toilet there, it's okay to shit now, and you have to like really clench?
No, I have never had that. But part of that is because I come from a family with 4 kids, and so toilet time was at a premium, and you often had to hold it. So holding it is easy. Although there have been a couple of times coming home from long trips where I was literally walking like a T-Rex to the toilet because I could not run and I could not stand up.
Yeah.
So I haven't had a experience quite like that, but I did have a similar thing where, like, when I was still working at the gas station, we had like we had like a cappuccino machine. It was like powdered cappuccino that gets mixed with hot water and it goes into your cup.
Yeah.
And one of the selections was hot chocolate. And, you know, like, I hadn't had any hot chocolate in a while, and I was kind of in the mood for it, so I had me a cup of it. And I went about, you know, doing all my stuff. And I get in the car to go home. I haven't even made it a mile from my place of work. I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I had to pull over at a Circle K that was just like about a mile down the road from mine and rush into their bathroom, and I still barely made it. Yeah, that was an unpleasant morning.
I know someone on their second date ended up well, they went to a restaurant and ate some of the food and then went off to a little secluded place. There were toilets there, and they were like, oh, I gotta take a shit. And so they started heading to the restroom and couldn't quite make it. And it was rather embarrassing to shit their pants on the second date.
I know who it is.
They're still together, by the way.
Yes, they are.
You know, like, I'm sure, like, we've all had that experience where, like, it doesn't matter, like, what you've eaten or drank. Like, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. We've all just had that moment. I know I've had it where you're just sitting there, like, on the couch or something, like you're watching TV, you're playing a game, you're talking to somebody, and it's just like, I'm gonna shit my pants, and you immediately have to get up and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I think one of my worst ones was
like, and you're like eerily calm. At least I'm eerily calm about it every time it happens. It's just like 1 minute I'm fine. It's like, and I'm gonna shit my pants.
Yeah, there's one time that I think of in particular where, like,
I'm naming this episode Scatological Humor.
I'm holding everything just fine. Like, it's, you know, I'm not quite at the weird walking stage or anything like that, but it's getting there, and I'm at my door. I put my key in the door and I unlock it, and everything just unfolds. I just shit my pants. My bathroom is literally right around the corner from my front door. Deana can attest to this. She knows where my bathroom's at. It's right fucking there. And but it's like, key in the lock, unlock the door. Brain was just like, we're here. Yeah.
Yeah. I have very rarely had that happen. And it's never been severe. But, like, one of the times it did happen, it actually happened while I was asleep.
Oh, I've never shit my pants in my sleep.
Well, and, you know, like, my dad, he can attest to this. It was on Christmas. And I don't know what happened, what I ate, what I drank, but I was so fucking sick. So sick.
Did your parents buy you new sheets for Christmas?
Fortunately, what did come out of me while I was asleep was absorbed by my sweatpants.
Alright.
But, dude, like, no shit, I was 5 pounds lighter the next morning. Because for hours that night, I could shit through a screen and not hit any of the wires. It was awful.
Yeah. Deana posed a good question. Why did your brain mess with you so bad, Jables? Yeah. I wish I knew the answer. It just does.
In fact, I distinctly remember him coming in and finding me just laying on the bathroom floor at one point early in the morning. He's like, "Are you gonna be all right?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Alright.
And the only reason I was laying on the bathroom floor is like, because I wasn't nauseous at all. It's just I didn't know when I was going to be shitting again. So it's like, I might as well just be here.
Yeah, sometimes I'll feel so shitty, pardon the pun, that it all comes out, and then I'm just sitting there on the cold bathroom floor because it feels amazing.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, there's nothing very soothing about cold tile when you're fucking sweating bullets and feel like you're dying.
Yeah. It always feels really good when you feel like you're dying.
Alright. Let's shift away from all the shittiness.
Don't worry, Deana. We'll come back to it.
I have a couple things to say about the Fallout show. I'm gonna transition into something else, so just give me a second. I think the Fallout show was really good for the most part. It definitely has its problems, and I am super excited for season 2, and you guys should watch it. It's a fun show.
As I said,
the last 2 episodes make me really excited for season 2.
I said, like, me personally, I don't really care.
It's fun to not care. It's something to watch. You don't have to care. I would recommend this show to people that haven't played Fallout. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I've played a lot of Fallout. I'm a New Vegas fan. So...
What does that mean?
They fucked up New Vegas in the canon. So I'm already pissed off. Yep.
Did you watch the show?
I know specific points that ruin it that completely change the canon of New Vegas.
Yeah, by basically writing it out of the timeline.
Yeah.
Also,
can I give you guys
I'm just gonna be fair. I don't like Bethesda Fallout. I don't care for it.
Can I give you guys a spoiler in the live show chat real quick? Would you mind?
That's it. Go ahead. I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
You know, like, and I'm not saying I get all of my opinions from Mahler, because I don't, but he and me kind of like, we fall on similar wavelengths when it comes to like what we get critical about in shows.
I think you guys should at least give it a shot.
Yeah, that really doesn't change my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, I could just as easily put my time towards something else.
I think you guys should give it
something
a
that
couple
I would
episodes.
actually care about.
I think you guys should give it a couple episodes. Anyways, let's end there with that. You guys obviously. Let's get Harry Potter show. Something else you guys don't give a shit about.
I wouldn't say I don't give a shit about it.
If I did watch it and I ended up hating it, then I.
And this is the Screen Rant thing, right?
Yeah, but if you hold on, real quick, sir, if you watched it and ended up hating it, then at least you watched it and had a reason to hate it. That's it. And you can blame me for that all you want.
Yeah. But as I said, at the same time, I can also just choose not to.
I would take your criticism seriously if you actually gave it a shot. So,
well, honestly,
I'm not really criticizing the show. I'm just saying I know other people who have criticized it heavily. I don't have the context.
From what I understand,
but I take Mahler's criticism a bit more seriously because he's autistic enough to watch it multiple times, to the point where he can describe scenes point by point as they happen. And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
oh,
and I think it's terrible. I just think it's a fun Fallout show.
Honestly, from what I understand, it's if you don't know the games or you're not heavily invested in the lore more accurately, it's a show you'll probably enjoy. But for someone who is more steeped in the lore, it's an issue because they shit on a lot of stuff. Like, the Brotherhood of Steel is not a religious cult. That's one example.
You mean it's not a religious cult in the games, or it's not a religious cult in the show?
It's not a religious cult in the games.
It's not a religious cult in the show.
It's a lot closer. They've got fucking incense. They're walking around sharing incense.
Vault-Tec being cartoonishly evil is also...
Oh, yeah. Vault-Tec was evil, don't get me wrong. But Vault-Tec was not evil for the sake of being evil. It was, evil for the fact that there was no...
They didn't take the route of, let's corner the world market by wiping out the world's customer base, because capitalism.
Watch the show. Deana and I just finished it on Friday. Watch the show for yourself. Oh, man. Oh, you guys sound like fucking Twitter right now.
I mean, no offense, dude, but like, I like you.
You're the one who brought it up.
I don't really trust you on media takes all the time.
That's fine. Don't trust me. But you're saying like these like little things that are kind of hinted at that aren't like major parts of the show. I'm looking at the show as a whole, and these are like little tiny things that are maybe hinted at that have no great bearing on the entirety of the show.
I don't know, man. Vault-Tec being involved in dropping the nukes, that's not a minor thing. That's pretty fucking major, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty major. That's fair. But it's... That's also a spoiler. That's not even revealed till like second to last episode.
It should have never been revealed as such. Because it doesn't even make sense within the lore.
Okay, I gotta say,
it wasn't just Vault.
They don't even show that they. Okay, I'm just gonna.
They do
say,
Mr. House dirty too.
They don't even show.
You haven't
that
watched the
just
show.
The ones that
I know things that happen in it though.
Like, they talk about it, but you don't actually see that they are the ones that actually do it. And it like, and I gotta say, I don't think the Brotherhood is a religion. That's not what I got. And like, plenty of groups do weird like what's the word on it? Like ritual type things. I'm just saying, like, I agree with Jables. I think you should like watch it.
Ooh, poppy noises. Sorry.
I'm less likely to watch it now.
Because I said to watch it? That's rude.
No, this entire argument is why I'm less likely to watch it.
Right, but you guys are throwing. But here's the thing: this is the problem. Is like, we've watched the show, so we've seen what we've seen. You guys have like listened to people who've watched the show, and you're coming at it from their perspective. And so, like, we can't really actually. No, let me finish.
Be fair to me.
Okay.
Be fair to me. I didn't care about the show in the first place. I wasn't going to watch the show in the first place. And then I've heard from people who I trust when it comes to media criticism, because of how autistic they are, that there is dog shit stuff in the show. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'll pass.
And you know what? And that's fair. And I could see where both you and Rimshee might not want to watch this because you really... well, are you a fan? You're a fan of Fallout, correct, sir? I mean, obviously Rimshee
Not really. Not really.
Not really. Okay, so like Fallout means nothing to you other than...
I'm not a fan of Bethesda era Fallout.
Okay.
I think that before Bethesda, the original Black Isle stuff, as well as what Obsidian did with New Vegas, is a lot more interesting than this pseudo retro 50s bullshit that Bethesda's done with the series in recent years. Really not happy with how Bethesda has handled Fallout.
Okay, that's fair. I'm not trying to be unfair to either one of you. I'm just making a comment as to why like this conversation isn't really getting anywhere on either side to a degree. That's my only point, is like, we're coming at it from like, we saw a show and then you're coming at it from like opinion. Well, for me, you guys have watched people who have watched the show, and it's their opinions that you're talking about. But Jables and I have not seen the people that you've watched. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
I've watched clips that have pissed me off. That I haven't actually watched anyone's take on it. I've watched clips that have pissed me off.
And I get that.
Okay.
And I'm willing to move on from this conversation.
Yeah. honestly, Jables the one who wanted to talk about Fallout, so.
Well, I think
I just wanted to bring up that I was excited. I just wanted to bring up that I was excited for season 2, and I thought it was a really fun show, and I had a good time watching it. That's it.
Like I'm gonna be super honest. Like I've never played the game. I've never played any of the Fallouts. I've seen people. Did I yell? I'm sorry.
No, I
Oh.
I had like one of the every now and then I'll just get like a single hiccup, just a single one. It'll come out of nowhere and then it'll be done. And occasionally they're kind of painful. It's just like, oh God, that was uncomfortable.
I'm sorry. Well,
yeah, it wasn't you. It was just something happening to me.
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like yelling unbeknownst to me, because sometimes my voice volume goes up and I don't notice it.
Well,
my
if
body
it was
decided to troll me a bit.
If it was you yelling, you would have seen me going on screen.
Yeah. Anyways, all I'm saying is I had a really good time with the show. I think it's a fun show. And I'm excited for the next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend tell me she was gonna be watching the new Fallout show, and I told her, I mean, from what I understand, if you don't know a lot about Fallout, or you're not steeped in the lore, you'll probably have a fun time. But if you are steeped in, you're gonna have issues with it. And she has never played Fallout, so she's probably gonna enjoy herself.
I know people that are steeped in the lore that had a good time with it. They're like, there's these things that are off, but whatever, it's a good show.
Well, it's Bethesda. They don't do a good job with continuity anyway. They don't do a good job with their lore. Even their brainchild, the Elder Scrolls series, has issues, but at least they try to make that make sense at some point. Sometimes.
Yeah, and like, I'm looking to watch a good show. I'm not.
Like I said, like,
it captures the feel of Fallout. If it's not accurate, who the fuck cares? It's a fun show.
Well, people who are looking for a good Fallout show would have cared. And a lot of those
it has to be 100% accurate to be a good show.
It doesn't have to be 100% accurate.
It feels fairly accurate to me, so I don't know.
Bombing Shady Sands before Fallout New Vegas takes place completely eliminates Fallout New Vegas as it happened in the game.
I mean, like, if your familiarity if your familiarity is with Bethesda Fallout, then sure, I guess it's fine.
Okay, hold on one second. Because this show takes place...
It takes place 10 years after Fallout 4, yes. Yeah. But that doesn't change the fact that they explicitly state that Shady Sands was bombed in 77, and New Vegas takes place in 81. And you can make an argument that 4 years... they might not have gotten word within 4 years, but at the same time, the president of the New California Republic actually shows up in New Vegas as part of New Vegas, so...
Also, it's established at that point that, the NCR has, radios and broadcast antennas that can send messages over multitudes of miles. there's no fucking way that nobody would have not known that the NCR's Capitol got hit. That's just not possible.
So the timeline's off.
No, it's because Bethesda is fucking petty.
Mm-hmm. Well, not Bethesda.
Years,
not Bethesda. Todd Howard.
Well, it's not just him. Like, the guy who wrote, like, for example, Starfield, that dude's a fucking hack.
Yeah.
But he really thinks his shit don't stink. And he gets very mad when people criticize his bad writing.
Yeah, but I think it's mostly Todd Howard who is petty about New Vegas, because when it came out, people were raving about it over Fallout 3, and it was a huge success, and then Fallout 4 came out because people were excited after New Vegas, and I mean, that was kind of the turning point when people started going, or stopped saying, it's a Bethesda game. You give them some leeway because it's so massive.
Yeah. And then Fallout 76 was released, and everybody's like, fuck you.
The
Fuck
Fallout
you
4 issue was recoverable. Yeah, the Fallout 4 issue was a recoverable one. Fallout 76 really fucked them, and they're just salty that people still talk.
Sucks.
Yeah, and Todd's still salty about the fact that people praise New Vegas to this day.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you guys.
There was a class action lawsuit because of Fallout 76.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is give it a shot. I want to move on to the Harry Potter show.
That's it. Respectfully, I'm not going to.
Okay, fine. Yeah, if you don't, I just
like my whole thing is like I wait now. I just wait.
Do you understand?
Like even last year.
But
even last year.
Hold on real quick. Do you understand why it irritates me that you guys are talking so much against the show and you haven't watched a single episode?
Under normal circumstances, yes.
That's all I'm getting at here. I have my own problems with the show, but you guys seem to be so against it, and you haven't watched a single episode, and it's very frustrating for me.
I'm not against the show.
You haven't even given it a shot.
I don't give a shit about the show.
You don't give a shit? That's fine.
All I'm saying is that I wait on basically anything media related anymore. Like even when I saw Godzilla -1 last year, I didn't see it when it came out. I waited a couple of weeks for like reviews and stuff to start trickling in to see whether or not I would go see it. And so far, when it came to this show, like I said, I didn't really care about it in the first place. And then when reviews from people that I normally trust when it comes to these kinds of things are like, you should avoid this one. It's got shit that'll piss you off. And I start listening and like, yeah, the stuff that you're describing would in fact piss me off. So it's like, why would I watch it then?
Could you send me a link to Mahler's take so I know what you heard?
Fuck. It's like an hour that him and Drinker go back and forth.
Yeah, I'm not working tomorrow. I got time, bitch.
Hold on, I'll have to try and find it.
Yeah, go for it. That's all I'm getting at. Because I want to hear that. We'll talk off air about it, but it's a.
I say, like, I'm not even saying I would be as mad. Like, Mahler was very, like, nah, this is shit. Fuck this.
It's a fun show. I don't.
You're on my thing, pal.
All right. Thanks. Yeah, we'll talk about this more off air. I want to talk about like there's a Screen Rant article I posted about the Harry Potter show that they're making. So essentially, they're what they're talking about in this article is in the books, Harry was super sassy, and they're kind of shitting. I'm talking less about the show and more talking about child actors right now, actually. They're talking about how like it would be hard for a child to portray a sassy character, and my counterpoint is child actors are really good nowadays. A lot.
More than that, a child is sassy in general.
Yeah. So, yeah, one thing that they're talking about is a major complaint is Harry was way less sassy in the movies. He was way more of a blank slate. I don't know how HBO will be able to do this. And HBO's notorious for bringing good actors and directors and screenwriters together to make things. And I think they're going to do a pretty good job, especially with the quality of child actors we have now.
What was The Witcher on? Is that on HBO or is that a Netflix?
Netflix.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, Henry Cavill signed back on and then they canceled it.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill's the only reason that show was able to progress as well as it did. Given the fact that he's actually a Witcher fan and was able to argue with the writers about, no, this doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, like, the fucking, as soon as he left, the views and engagement for that show went down the fucking drain.
Oh, have you guys seen the Warhammer 40k drama that's been going on lately?
Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah,
So,
apparently there's like some sort of class that was generally pure male. They started adding females to.
Yeah,
It's
the Space Marines.
Custodies. No, not the Space Marines.
Custodians.
Specifically the Custodies. So the Custodies, also known as the 1000, they are the Emperor of Mankind's personal guard. They are the baddest motherfuckers in the galaxy, genetically engineered to be so, like, these dudes can tear Space Marines in half easily. They are that fucking OP. You know, like, just a handful of Custodies have won battles themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Space Marines are big badasses. They used to be only male, and then they started making female Space Marines, and then I guess people kind of got used to that or something.
There were not female Space Marines either. In fact,
no, there didn't used to be. No.
Aren't. But my thing is that
I don't know Warhammer as well, so I'll take your word for it.
I don't understand. Like, again, it's one of those things. It's like we just want it because we want it, or really, it's to just piss off the people who are actually interested in it out of spite.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there are badass women in the Emporium. You have the Sisters of Battle, who are basically just as badass as Space Marines, and they're also perpetuals, a lot of them, which means that they're effectively immortal. You can't fucking kill them. If they die on the battlefield, they'll just end up coming back later. And then you have the Sisters of Silence, who are basically like right up there with the Custodes, almost, because they are psychic blanks. Which, in Warhammer, you have entities called psychers, you know, people that can use psychic powers. Also, demons are inherently psychic. A psychic blank, their very existence cancels out psychic shit. Doesn't happen around them. They can just, like, these chicks can just fucking show up and send demons straight back to hell just by being there. So it's like, you got the Sisters of Battle, you've got the Sisters in Silence, both of which are extremely badass. And it's like, oh, but that's not fucking good enough. We need female Custodes. Not only do we need female Custodes, but they've always existed, didn't you know?
Yeah.
Never
And
mind the fact that
a lot of the
30
drama's
years worth of books and manuals contradict that. But if you say that there's no female Custodes because we're telling you that's the case now, you're just a fucking bigot. It's the same old fucking song and dance.
Yeah, there's also a lot of drama because there's a lot of purely female factions that, oh, they don't get males.
Yeah, it's just like...
It's...
Exactly, it's like, no one's calling for, like, male representation in the Sisters of Battle and the Sisters of Silence. Because it's the Sisters of Battle and the Sisters of Silence. They're inherently all female organizations.
Yeah.
You know? There are badass women in Warhammer. Women do shit in Warhammer.
They don't
like,
have to be in the Custodes.
You know, like there's the Order Xenos, where a lot of some of the best Inquisitors are women. You don't fuck around with Imperial Inquisitors. They can ruin everything for you with just the stroke of a pen.
Yeah.
Ordo Hereticus. That's the Inquisitors.
I fucking hate women.
But no, it's like, it's not that like, it's not that like they're telling people, it's like, oh, you know, like we're introducing female Custodes. That would be different. It'd still be stupid.
Yeah, it would still get plenty of pushback,
See,
sure.
There's always been female Custodes.
Yeah, they're trying to gaslight people. It's like, no, they've always existed. Like, no, they haven't. You're lying. You are lying to me.
Yeah, you'll get pushback whether it's they always existed or we're introducing them. You'll get pushback either way, because that's what happened with the Space Marines. And I'm not like I said, I don't know a lot about Warhammer. I'm not like a huge fan or anything. I just remember this shit.
I think it might have been Az. I think it might have been heel versus babyface. But he's like, you know, like, can you imagine? Hey, Az is cool. I like Az.
I'm sorry, the guy that had a fucking mental breakdown over.
He didn't.
Gender?
That was taken out of context.
Yeah. Okay.
I know because I watched his entire stream on it. And, yeah, to say that a lot of the people that tried to bury him with that were the usual suspects. But I'm not going to get into it.
Oh, so I shouldn't have an opinion on that because I didn't watch the entire stream. But Never mind.
What the fuck was I saying?
You were talking about what he was talking about with the Warhammer.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was him or someone else on the same stream. They're like, it's like, imagine trying to tell people who are so autistic that they can bring up shit from technical manuals that were released 30 years ago and trying to gaslight them into thinking that this has always been the case. Good fucking luck. This is the Warhammer fandom.
Yeah. Yeah, Warhammer is one of those things, if you're in it, you're in it.
Because it is not a cheap hobby.
No. Why do you think that? I don't know much about it.
This isn't one of those things where it's just like, oh yeah, like I'll occasionally like sit this down and like do it on the weekend with my friends. It's like, no, unless you're willing to take out another mortgage, you probably can't afford to do Warhammer.
Yeah.
For most people, anyway. And now the big concern, because apparently stuff is coming out, that Amazon actually is the one that's forcing this.
I didn't see anything about that.
It's more recent news that like Amazon, to meet their DEI requirements, has been like, we need to have these things so that we can represent them in the show. And that has a lot of people questioning now. It's like, if this is the case, is Cavill going to walk? Because if Amazon tries to muscle in and like try to take over full creative control of the show from him, I think he walks away.
Thanks, Jables. I completely forgot how to do that.
I clicked several places before I clicked the right spot.
Yeah, I did too.
Also, sorry for my coughing earlier. I got choked up on a bit of coconut from a cookie I was eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a cookie.
Yeah, because like that was one of the main reasons why people were actually willing to give this Warhammer show a chance, is because Cavill was attached.
Mm-hmm.
But if this is like what they're trying to do, like if Amazon's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have like female custodies and we're gonna make all these changes, it's like basically trying to muscle into the creative process. It's like, I don't know, man. If I'm a guy like Cavill, who is dedicated,
I think he's shown himself as principled enough.
Yeah.
To not like
yeah
into this shit. Yeah, it's not.
I said I can only hope so.
He's our nerd king at the moment. If he bends the knee to a lot of the shit, then yeah, we'll dethrone him. But at the moment, he's shown a lot of character and.
Yeah, he walked out of The Witcher because they're basically on set laughing at the books and more or less saying like fuck the lore.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, I ain't cool with this. Nah, fuck you guys.
No, The Witcher would not do this.
Yeah, the whole Roach death scene.
Show, but he wouldn't do this.
Yeah, I was
the
just
whole
Roach
death scene would have been completely different had Henry not gone, no, fuck you, we're doing it this way. Because, if I remember right, they wanted him to just abandon Roach. And it was like, no, this is too big of a character.
Even worse, they wanted to somehow work a joke out of it.
Oh, that's right.
And he got into a fight with the director over it. Like, no.
Yeah, that's right.
This is fucking serious. This is his horse, his companion. We are not making a funny out of this. Are you insane?
Yeah. Because he's read the books and he played the games.
Also, I've got those on my Audible list.
even without having read the books or played the games, it's just like, a man's horse just died in his arms. Why the fuck would you make a joke out of that? What is wrong with you?
The only way that would be acceptable is if it was some bad guy, and immediately after the joke, he loses his head. And it startles the rest of the guys around him.
Yeah, like if somebody else made the joke, and then the Witcher just, like, cut that dude's head off immediately.
Well, you give it, like, a second or two for them to all start laughing, and then you just suddenly silence the lead guy that made the joke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, who else? Who else? Yeah, she's, fuck, I don't care what Witcher is. She's a miserable cunt. The director of the Witcher series. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know enough about her, other than that she was always at odds with Henry, and yet, whenever he got his way, she's like, oh wow, that was a lot better.
Well, yeah, like, they basically saw him as a roadblock towards the end.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting in the way of what we want to do, the story we want to tell. It's like, and what story is that, bitch? It certainly has nothing to fucking do with The Witcher.
Yeah. And, like you said, viewership dropped like a fucking stone when he left.
Well, yeah, because he was the main thing that was keeping people in it. When it was announced that he was leaving, most people were just like, I don't care anymore.
Alright, the show's done. Did he even have another season?
No, he just re-signed back on, and then they canceled the show.
No, I meant, did it even have another season after he left? Or was there so much of an issue that he re-signed back on, and then...
I didn't watch the show.
I didn't watch all of it, so...
I'm not even sure that the season that they supposedly filmed with Liam Hemsworth has aired yet.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Hey, Bubba!
I tell you, one guy that Netflix shouldn't sign another fucking deal with is Zack Snyder. Because holy shit, Rebel Moon is a disaster.
Rebel Moon. Which one's that one again?
Alright.
So, it's a film that was released on Netflix in 2 parts, and I guess the extended director's cuts are coming because Zack Snyder. But I guess it was originally his pitch for, like, a mature Star Wars script. Only it is incredibly immature and terrible. I think the last time I checked, this film had, like, the second one, The Scar Giver, which, cool edgy boy title there, Zach. Really like it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I won't watch it. I just don't care.
But, like, last I checked, it had like a 36% on Metacritic, which is abysmal.
Yeah, I'm normally interested in that stuff, but it just didn't grab me. The trailers I did see were just, It's
I think it's
whatever.
just nice that people are finally coming to the realization of, wow, Zack Snyder sucks. I mean, because there are people that defended Man of Steel for years. It's like, guys, this ain't the movie to stand up for.
Well, you've got people like what's his name? Waikiki or
Oh, Taika Waititi.
yeah,
Yeah, he's not great either.
Well, it depends on what he's doing. Jojo Rabbit is fantastic. But
then
when he's not...
Then you have Thor Love and Thunder, and it's just like,
yeah.
God, what is this?
Like, he actually succeeded with, oh shit, what was the other one? It was,
Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok? Yeah, he actually succeeded
Ragnarok
there, but that was
okay.
someone else's script. He was directing it.
Yeah. When he was given full creative control, when he was allowed to write and direct, it's just like, dude, I don't know what your humor is, but I ain't feeling it.
Well, when he's doing some absolutely ridiculous project that's on its own, he can be pretty good. Like I said, Jojo Rabbit's pretty good.
Also, with Thor Love and Thunder, he committed a cardinal sin, in my opinion, and that's wasting the acting capabilities of Christian Bale. Fuck you for doing that.
I mean, that's a man who literally went... how much... He gained a shit ton of weight for Batman, and he lost a shit ton of weight for... The Machinist?
Yeah. No, what happened was he became incredibly unhealthily thin for The Machinist, and as soon as that film was over, he went on to put on like a huge amount of muscle to do Batman Begins within like a 6
Well, I wasn't saying it chronologically, but yeah, he lost he lost a lot of weight.
Then he got really overweight to play Dick Cheney.
Yeah, this is a man who dedicates himself to the role, which is my point. Straight up dedicates himself.
Specifically after The Machinist, like, even his doctors told him, it's like, you can never do that to yourself again. It's like, you will have permanent health consequences if you try to do anything that extreme ever again. You know, like, everybody, like, remembers, like, the freak out that he had with, like, that guy who was, like, a camera or, like, a mic guy or whatever, but, you know, like, the man dedicates himself to his fucking roles. He really does.
Yeah, he absolutely does.
Where's the Jables?
I don't even blame him for getting mad at that guy, because the guy was constantly like walking in his eye line, which is distracting when you're trying to act.
Oh, it can be.
Yeah.
Unless it's like something that's actively gonna help you because you're supposed to be distracted in that scene, it's completely distracting.
Yeah, and
even then
he was supposed to be focused, and then this guy would just like be walking back and forth delivering coffees to people.
And then
stop.
Even when you're supposed to be distracted, you have to be aware that it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was a scene where he's supposed to be focused. And he's like, stop walking around. You're right in my fucking eye line. Yeah. Anyways, we've been the Lesser Saints Discord. This is the end of the show.
Yeah.
Time
flies.
Time flies when
Thanks
you're
for joining
arguing
us,
with
Deana.
friends.
And, yeah, have a good one, everybody that watches this later.
Alright, take care, everyone.
Well, bye.